strawberry lemon marmalade is another of those great strawberry and lemon combinations. There's just something about that sweetness and the sour that goes so well together. Now, this marmalade, like many marmalades, have that little bit of bite to it because of the peel that is also included. So if you love marmalade, you're gonna love this one as well. I start by thinly peeling my lemon. I want it to be thin enough that I don't get too much of the pith because the pith is what creates that bitterness later. I like a little bit of it to add to that marmalade type taste, but I don't want it to be overwhelming. So I make it nice and thin as I go around my lemon. It usually takes me about 1 lemon worth to get the 1/4 of a cup that I'll need. And then I slice the lemon peel finely. Now I'll add my 1/4 of a cup of lemon peel to a pot, and I'll add 1/2 of a cup of water. I'll place this on the stove and let it boil for 5 minutes. Then I'll drain my lemon peel and place them in a large pot. There's not that much liquid left over, but I still don't want to add that to the marmalade. To prepare my strawberries, all I did was wash them and hull them. I really like this hulling device because it does a good job of pulling out just a little bit of the strawberry, including the stem. Sometimes a little bit of the leaf is left over, but it's very easy to just remove that. I feel like it wastes the least amount of strawberry. Then I place 3 pounds worth of strawberries into my blender and blend them up on low because I don't want it to be completely liquefied. I still want to have some chunks in there. If you wanted to, you could mash it instead. Now I'll add my strawberries to my large pot. Whenever I use a blender, I always use a silicone spatula because I don't want to lose any of that fruit on the sides. I add 6 tablespoons of classic pectin, 1 tablespoon of lemon juice, and 1/2 of a teaspoon of butter to cut down on the foaming. I also pre-measure 6 cups worth of sugar and I'll place that off to the side. And I'll put this on the stove and bring it to a boil. Now that it's come to a boil, I'll add my 6 cups of sugar. I want to add that all at once so that I don't risk it burning. And then I just mix it in and I want to bring it back to a boil. Now that it's come back to a boil, I'll set my timer for 1 minute and stir it continuously. Now I'll skim off any of the foam and I'll put that into a bowl for my taste tester. Now I'll fill up my 1/2 pint jars to 1/4 of an inch of headspace, which is the space from the top of the food to the top of the jar. I'll have to admit, berry jams, jellies, marmalades, they're one of my favorites. So doing another variation of the strawberry is so fun for me. I'll use a clean damp cloth to wipe off the rim of my jars so that if any of the marmalade got on the edge, that it won't interfere with the seal. And then I'll place my lids and rings on until they're fingertip tight. I'm using Superb canning lids today. They're my new favorite lids. They have a super squishy seal that seals for up to 36 months as opposed to 18 months. Now I'll place these in my boiling water bath, submerged by 1 to 2 inches of water, and process them for 10 minutes if I'm at sea level. I'm at 1,200 feet, so I'll process them for 15, but I won't start my timer until after it begins to boil. Now that my timer's gone off, I'll remove the lid, turn off the heat, and let it cool for 5 minutes. I remove the jars from the canner and place them on a heat-resistant surface about 1 to 2 inches apart so that they can cool down quickly. I'll leave them there for 24 hours so that they can get a good seal. I know that they have a good seal if the center of the lid has depressed down. If it has, then I remove the ring, wash off the outside with hot soapy water, and store them in a cool, dry, dark location, like my pantry, and use them in the next 1 to 3 years. If any of them didn't seal, I would place them in the refrigerator and use them right away. So my taste tester, of course it's all this foamy goodness. My favorite thing to do is make fresh bread on a jam day, or marmalade in this case. It's actually really good. This is like my favorite marmalade because it has a little bit of that marmalade taste with that lemon peel in there, but it's not so overwhelmingly bitter. So I really like this one.